everybody. I'm doing a zodiac energy reading for Aries for the month of December. I'm going to go ahead and relax here and tune in, and we'll see what the message is for all of you. Okay. Hmm. All right. So there's a circulation that's kind of like it doesn't make a whole circle, so it just kind of comes around and then it circulates again within itself. So it's kind of creating a spiral, but it's not balanced. It's not a balanced spiral. It's kind of off to one side, circulating back into itself, and the circulation gets smaller and smaller, so it's becoming like a coil, but it starts really way out in left field, and then it's just kind of coming around and then trying to form a spiral, a balanced spiral. And if you were to expand the spiral out, it creates a tunnel, okay? It feels kind of like walking in the dark, not being able to really see, but knowing that you do have an innate sense of direction and you just need to keep moving forward. There's no real defined edges, defined. It feels a bit like being thrown into the unknown, but knowing that you have to just keep moving forward, and that's then the path. I see Aries doesn't want to do this anymore and is kind of stopping in the middle of this tunnel. And is wondering if this is the right path for Aries. Like wanting to reassess everything. Wanting to really look at, why did I do things like this? Why is this the path I created for myself? Is this the path I want to continue on? But this isn't something you can just start over. You can't just start from scratch here. You're going to kind of have to work with what you've been working on. Something feels a bit like it's lacking. Like it's a smudge in the painting in the wrong place, and all you see is the smudge. Not everything else that's super great about everything you've been doing, but the one thing that is the eyesore. And you may not even be able to put your finger on what it is, it's just a feeling you get. And you can't start over again. You cannot start over again. There's a real desire in Aries to start over again. Start over again. But all the energies here are telling Aries to keep working with what you've been doing. Keep doing what you've been doing. And Aries is just like, ugh, I gotta drink the same milk every day for the rest of my life. I can't have a strawberry sundae sometimes, a chocolate milkshake, a pop, a coffee. Like, I only get this drink forever. I only get this one song for the rest of my life. I only get this one shade of gray forever. It's like, it feels like Aries is, like life has been deduced down to one shade of gray. It's very strange. It definitely, on the energy side of things, there, I can tell that they show me a painting, and the painting it's a masterpiece, but there is one corner of the masterpiece that has a massive brown smudge on it. And so you have to wonder if it's a masterpiece or if it's a total wreck. And this isn't really salvageable. But they keep saying that everything about this painting is perfect. And you have to trust in that. You have to believe in that. You have to believe that everything you've ever done and ever been and ever said is the masterpiece of your life. So why are you getting so down about one cosmetic error? It's like a flaw. I don't know if it's a flaw in yourself, a flaw in your life, something you have to live with every day that feels like I like milk every day, so I'm cool with that, but there's something about like really trying to define the one thing that becomes the broken record where there's no diversity, no creativity. I'm dying here. It's like it's like Aries is starving for color and creativity and diversity and sound and celebration and a party and fun and laughter, and it's getting this spiral. It started in left field, came around, is trying to perfect it, but doesn't feel it anymore. It doesn't feel vibing with it. Doesn't feel vibing with life. Is in the center of its own creation and wants to just throw it away, start over again. But the universe is saying, no, that's not it. It's not it. Now Aries is, it's sort of like going on your first date ever and you have a giant zit in the wrong place and it's just such a distraction. You can't cope with yourself. You can't cope with this reality. You can't cope with the fear that they can't cope with you and your zit. Like it's like Aries is just like everything is a freaking disaster. It's literally not that big of a deal. It's big, but it's not the end of the world. Like there's something that Aries is trying to work on. I can't put my finger on it. Is there a better way to define what this is for Aries? I'm an Aries, so I really want to know more what this is. I want a definition. Cuz in my own life I feel like a stagnation, like it feels more like an empty void, but I don't know how that's possible because I don't feel like there are voids in my life, but it does. I feel it, you know. Um, and I could define it as like a broken record, like things have gone stale. Like there's only one shade of color, and it is only one shade of gray. It does kind of feel that way. So I'm asking like the master of the Aries collective, what is the thing if you could help us understand more of what is this that Aries is going through to help it, I guess, come full circle, or what the spiral is, or maybe a different perspective. Okay, the master is showing me the masterpiece that is life. That is the detail of morning and midday and afternoon and evening and the middle of the night and the next day and weeks and months and years of developing, and it's not superficial. It is like the raw talent, the realism, the struggle, the agony, the love, the longing, the dream, the fantasy, the practicality, the life. And so this big brown smudge that is hard to stop looking at is just you could say whatever this is the brown smudge that's not really there. It just feels like it is. And since it feels like it is that loud, it just feels like we need to just trash the masterpiece of the last whatever years of our life and then start a brand new life. Brand new um, development of self. But the master of Aries is saying no to this. And I'm wondering if there's just a weird energy pattern that is creating an illusion of a brown smudge over the masterpiece when there's no brown smudge. It's like time for Aries to just really relish in how beautiful life has been in its most difficult and most joyous moments. And maybe that's the brown smudge. And what Aries has got to do right now is just simply reminisce on the last years and be proud of Aries' self. That's interesting. I could see that paralleling my own experience. It's like when as a very sensitive person, I feel a lot of things, and a lot of things don't always make sense. I can't understand it with my mind. I can't even understand it in a journey state because I'm meant to struggle with it. So even as a psychic person, I have to have struggle and pain and suffering just like everybody else because I came here to be human and help with the balance. So I don't just get all the answers either. Okay. So when I have a feeling of a big thing and I don't have an explanation for it, I'm always searching for one in order to rise above it and keep moving forward. So my attachment is to the next thing, moving forward, because I feel passionate about life. I feel, and I like being passionate. So I like being involved. I like getting my hands dirty. I like doing things, you know? And so when the void is felt, the big brown smudge on the masterpiece is there. The pimple on your first awesome date ever. Like it feels like it's a superficial moment in time that is loud and it is raw and it is real, but it's not the masterpiece. It has nothing to do. It's literally just another little paint brush in the masterpiece of the whole. So in time, it'll be obvious that there was no big brown smudge. It was just another day. It was just another day. And so Aries just needs to keep moving forward in the tunnel, in the dark, where nothing is visible and nothing is clear. And it feels like the spiral, maybe it came out in left field, and things weren't really quite right, but it actually always was right. It was perfect because it created this masterpiece. And so it sounds like December for Aries is all about reflection. The reflection of self, reflection of the choices and the life path and everything that's happened, the crappy and the great. And to remember that it is the blending of all of that that makes the masterpiece. So that's the message. I really felt that in my heart and my emotional gut. Okay. Thank you all so much for watching. If any of you are interested in exploring a psychic session with me, please visit me at my website at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. I have 2 other YouTube channels, so you can check me out at Abbey Normal and Abbey Psychic Services. I'm also on Patreon at patreon.com/abbeynormalswisdomquest. All right. Thank you all for watching again. Have a great December and a wonderful rest of your 2020.